Today we are shooting my favorite baby girl in vlog. Oh, this is pretty stable actually. Stabe is popping. I got the stabilization popping. We're on the 35 mil on the GH5. I'm walking backwards. I'm probably gonna fall and die. This is really cool right now, but at night it's probably like hella scary. This would be dope to film a horror movie or something. Yeah, somebody's house. I would love to live like imagine waking up in the morning and seeing that every morning. That'd be nice. There we have fellow travelers up ahead on our journey. Let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna try to vlog this. This lens is way too. Oh, can we? A little bit, a tiny bit. I guess I can vlog with a 35 millimeter. It's giving me a 70. Let me see. Okay, here we are. I don't know if you can see both of us. This is so awkward with this. Got this thing set up. I can't do this right. I don't know how people do this. How do people do this in YouTube land? The right lens, yeah. The lens is too short. It's a 70 millimeter. I have to hold it like way out here to even see me. Yeah. Sometimes they use wider lenses. So what do you think so far, baby girl?
It's alright.
A lot of walking?
Oh, well, it's not a lot, but like uphill.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, you can't see it from here, but it was pretty far of a walk. Anyway, I know I'm all kinds of out of focus, but I don't care. Let's go. All right, we are approaching the preserve now. They're in the distance. After a short 10-minute walk, do you feel refreshed?
Not really.
All right, we shall return. So we're here at the Wolf Preserve, and I don't know if you guys can see this majestic beauty here. It's so big. Look how big that thing is. It's really gorgeous looking. Probably should have brought a longer lens.
We mark off our fencing every 6 feet with each visit. The other day we had somebody upset because somebody else was standing too close to them. I can't stop my talk every time somebody's too close to somebody else. We can take a step back, ask them to take a step back. We're good. You guys are coming in.
They're already howling. They're welcoming us.
My wife and I wanted to have a place where we could take a handful of them from places like that, build them as large a home as we could afford, and do our best to let them live out their life as a wolf instead of being stuck in a little cage somewhere. We're a separate company from the campground located on the property here. We have a little over 10 acres fenced in for the wolves, separated into 4 different compounds, and each compound has a different pack of wolves. Only 2 kinds of a wolf, the red wolf and the gray wolf. But in the gray wolf family, there are 24 different subspecies. What we have here are 3 different kinds of the gray wolf. Come on, Rain. Good girl. Plenty time. Hurry up. There's a piece of chicken. This is our first pack of wolves. These are timber wolves. Timber wolves anywhere from a blonde to a black color. Lots of different color phases to them. Wolves aren't that large of an animal. The average size for a male is about 90 to 100 pounds. The female is only about 80 to 90 pounds. A lot of us have dogs at home which are well over 100 pounds. Most people think of a wolf, they think of a big, massive dog. Actually, they're a very skinny animal. Need to remain skinny so they can be fast and catch their prey. In the wintertime, they grow in such a heavy coat of fur, they look twice their size. Most pictures you'll see of wolves are done in the winter when they have that full coat of fur. In the summertime, they'll shed all that winter fur out. They keep a short summer coat. A lot of times people come back in the summer and think that we've stopped feeding the animals because they look so skinny. It's actually their normal size, just lost all that heavy winter fur. As you can see, their homes are large enough where they could go to the other end and hide. We sure couldn't raise any money if everybody's looking at an empty compound to give them a reward for coming down to the fence. Over on the other side, we have another pack of timber wolves. Timber wolves from Canada or northern United States. They're the wolves we had here in New Jersey about 100 years ago. We haven't had any wolves in New Jersey about 100 to 120 years. That's how long ago they were wiped out by man. Probably the number one thing in a wolf's head when it's born is to be afraid of human beings. In the wild, one scent of a human and they run and hide. They say they can smell almost a mile away in the woods. That's all the way back down past the campground. Wolves, in fact, are so afraid of humans, there has never been a case of a wolf attacking a human in the United States, ever. It's all from folklore and fairy tales. Then we took her from the den and spent 2 months raising them. That first couple months of their lives is their bonding time. It's who you're going to learn to trust for the rest of their lives. We take them out, we get them familiar and comfortable with humans. We're accepted as part of the pack. Get them all their shots they need from the veterinarians, and then we put them back in and the parents take over raising them. Unlike some other animals, which might not accept an infant back in, but has the smell of a human on it, wolves will take any puppy into their pack, even if it's not their own. They're a family animal. They love pups, love to take care of them. Even in cases where they've taken a domestic puppy into their pack. It's the kind of dog we have at home. Because they feel no threat from a little puppy, but they do feel threatened by a full-grown adult. You guys waiting for your snacks? Yes. All right. Elise, way in the back. Cyrus, there's one for you. I have a lot more to tell you. We got more to see. We'll go up to the top. There's some bench to sit down, and I'll continue up there.
Here comes the other guy. Stay there. Look at me. Just stay there. I got them both behind you. I got a picture of the girl both behind you.
Now, every wolf pack is an extended family. What makes up that wolf pack are the leaders in the pack, which are called alphas. You'll always have an alpha male and an alpha female. The rest of the pack members are sometimes the brothers and sisters of the alpha pair, and all of the offspring are the babies from the alpha pair. The young ones stay with their pack until they're 2 years old. Then they either leave in search of others that have left and start their own families, or they stay with their pack as a lower ranking member. Everybody in that wolf pack has their own place. There's an order in the pack, and everybody has to follow it. On the top of the order are the alphas. They're in charge. Everybody has to listen to them. They eat first whenever there's food around. They're also the only ones that have puppies in the pack. There's usually one wolf who's second in command, next in line. They're in charge of the pack when the alphas are away, called a beta wolf. Everybody has their spot throughout that ranking. There's always going to be one wolf who's very shyest in the pack. To be the lowest ranking member. The lowest member is called the omega. The way they figure out where they sit in that order is every day they growl and snarl and bite each other's faces. They'll jump on each other's backs and push each other down. It sounds like they're tearing each other apart. But it's all just a show to see who's tougher than who. Wolves only have puppies once a year. Unlike your dogs at home, which can have pups twice a year, wolves only have them once. Their mating season is in late February to early March. The females are pregnant for only 63 days. And the puppies will be born in the beginning of May. But sometime in April, the females find a spot that they like and they dig a den. They dig a hole in the ground about 18 inches around. They can tunnel in up to 6 feet underground and have their puppies down underground. 20 years ago was our only litter of pups we had born here. When they were born, none of our females dug any dens. They had them right out in the open, which is really unusual for a wolf. We think it's because they're comfortable enough here. They didn't feel threatened. They didn't feel need to hide the pups. The average size for a litter in a pack of wolves is usually 4 or 5 pups. 20 years ago, we had 17 puppies born here, a lot more than we ever expected. We had 4 born to the timbers, 6 to the Arctics, and 7 to our tundra wolves. Unfortunately, at the time, the town here would only allow us to have 24 wolves. They said we could be here, but we can only have 24. We can only keep 6 of those new puppies. We had to get rid of the other 11. We could have sold them off and made a lot of money, but that really defeated what we were trying to do here. So we donated all of our extra puppies to different preserves around the United States, and they went all throughout the country. After we donated out those pups, we had surgery done to our alphas, so we don't let them have puppies here anymore. Not only are we under limit by the town, we also have what we feel is a comfortable number in these pens. And it would defeat the purpose of having such a nice large home for them if we let them have puppies every year and just kept packing more and more of them in. In the future, if we needed to replace any, we could always find a puppy that was already born in captivity. These 2 here we brought in from another facility. They're 2 years old now. As long as we put them into the pack as a puppy, they'll accept them with no trouble at all. That way we can keep our educational program going and also help out some others that are already born in captivity to make sure they get a good place to live out their lives. When it came to that 4 weeks, we took them to the den and spent that time raising them. We took them home. 20 years ago, I had all 17 puppies at my house. It was quite a chore. I never raised 17 pups at a time before. Becky's going to tell you about our bobcats today, raised them with me. And wolf puppies have to be bottle fed every 4 hours. It takes 2 hours to bottle feed 17 pups. In 2 hours, you start all over again. Reason it takes so long is that wolf pups are very fussy. The mother's milk of a wolf is 101 degrees. When you're bottle feeding those pups, if that milk isn't close to 101, they won't drink it. So it's a battle to keep that milk at a temperature just like the mothers would be. So drink all their milk. We might have to take a howling break. Just rallying the pack together.
No. I can see them. I can get them.
All right, are we good?
So are they, since you can touch them and raise them by hand, so are they domesticated or wild? Or?
We call it socialized. You can never domesticate them. They're not going to follow the man. A dog wants to feed the master, a wolf wants to feed the master. But you can socialize them to where we can handle them to some degree. They don't make anything safe orally. You can give them a handful of acetylpromazine and yeah, you'll knock them out. The problem is it can't be reversed. We use injection, liquid injection, because it can be reversed. My wife flew out there, got the facility, said, "Where's the wolf we were supposed to be getting?" And they said, "Oh, well, wait a minute. All the wolves and puppies live in one enclosure. At 6 weeks old, she was living in the back room of their office in a Tupperware container. Brought a little Tupperware container. Her legs were all deformed. Her head was twice the size should have been. She couldn't walk. She couldn't eat. They said, something's really wrong with her. We're probably going to put her down. You don't need to take her." And my wife said, "Yeah, now I have to take her." She rented a car, drove cross country with her, brought her home. We worked with swim therapy in our bathtub 3 times a day, trying your legs moving in the right direction. We hired a physical therapist, chiropractor, acupuncturist, energy healing, every you could think of. We got her legs straightened out, and she'd stand up and fall over. Something neurologically going on. We took her to the top neurologist in the state of New Jersey, did an MRI of her skull, found out she was born without part of her brain. She is missing part of her brain. The doctor said whatever happened up there is going to give her the mentality of a special needs child, so she's always happy, and she remained dwarf size. She's not going to get full grown. That's why she's so small. We worked for about 8 months. Oh, he said the brain can rewire itself. With your help, she can learn how to do things again. We worked for about 8 months with her at our house, teaching her how to walk, how to eat, how to do everything again. She's doing it. She's living life. 4 years strong now. Most facilities with physical deformities and brain problems, not invested time and money in a puppy. They would have put her down. We really wanted to give her a chance to be a wolf if we could. And she's doing it. We named her Sasa. Sasa, the Viking word for divine beauty. That's where we got her name from.
You just made me cry.
All right.
God bless you.
She saw mom
So
coming.
used to it, right?
She saw mom coming, so she's getting up there.
Okay, mom's coming.
And we hang these fly traps around, and between the fly traps and the predator flies, it's a natural way of controlling the fly population without spreading pesticides around the animals.
Not many people would do what you did for a human,
Yeah.
let alone a wolf.
Yeah.
So, I'm a New York City medic, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hello.
I've seen people abandon
You want to try to get one more good howl out of them, and then we'll go see the fox and bobcat?
Electricity up here, so that's why we have the solar. I will apologize if I seem distracted. Take a deep breath. Yep. Our biggest fear. Okay. So maybe some of you would like us to help us with the animals in a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. They're checking to see where that's coming from. Okay, but if I seem distracted, that's why. All right, so over here we have our little guys. I had the chance to bond with our animals before gym. I always take the road trips. So, no worries. Walked in, put the little guy on the floor. He looked up at Jim. I swear I saw hearts coming out of his eyes. He fell in love with my husband. So you'll see if anybody can get him out right now, it'll be Jim. He'll head over in a minute. All right, so anyway, and watch her. A lot of times it's the cutest thing. Our little girl, she's watching for Jim right now. Is he coming? You see him, Cece? Is he coming? Yeah. You see? Yeah, he's coming. I know, because she's like this. So a lot of times what she'll do is if Logan does not come out and she sees Jim, she'll run in to tell Logan and then run back over. She did it this morning. It was so cute. But sometimes she does, sometimes not. So just watch her, see if she does. But the thing with that is, remember, instincts, no skills. Usually no nails. These little guys have very powerful feet. That little bobcat right there has so much power in her front feet, she can smack a groundhog in the head and knock it out. Wait till you see our little boy's feet if he comes out. They're snowshoe feet. So people will declaw them to make them safer. And now you've pretty much created a biter. Oh yeah, you took away my nails? I have these. I'm going to have to show you every day. You see, here he comes. They make the cutest sound.
That's cute. The one cat is telling the other cat, come on, here's Jim.
And there you go. Right? All right. So, listen, normally I would say I'm going to lock them out so they don't go back in. Because guaranteed when Jim leaves, he'll go back in. They're right out in the open. You've got to imagine they just shut down at a point when they can't de-stress, just like we need to de-stress. So, that is Logan's favorite place, that pen over there. I just leave it open anymore. If he comes out, yay for Logan, we get to see him. If he goes back in, there's a reason for that. So, I hope you understand, we don't like to stress our guys out. All right, but looks like he's staying out.
Can I sneak past you guys here?
All right, so, anyway, back to these little guys. So, hopefully none of you would want something like this as a pet. I do have to admit, growing up, I always thought, I'm getting a fox when I have my own place. Here's the little thing about foxes. They're adorable, they're social, they're funny. And you know what? When they go to the bathroom, they smell like skunk. So your house will smell like skunk 24/7, guaranteed. they are going to want their own territory. Let's say it's the den. Okay, this is my space. How am I going to let everybody know this is my space? I am going to spray everything. See, she's doing it. The walls, the furniture, the appliances. Hey, you're in my territory. I want you out. If I can't run you out by being aggressive, I may try to take you out and be done with it. Think about that around your small children, your other pets, and even you for that matter. So maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Chances are it will. Sooner or later, they're going to show you, oh, we're still very wild. And one thing we know for a fact, when a wild animal is stressed, agitated, hungry, or just downright mad, they are going to attack someone. So it's all about them. With our domestic pets, it's all about us. They want to please us. Those cats, they couldn't care less. Although you can see they do love Jim, just remember, you can tame them, you'll never domesticate them. See his big feet? Don't try this at home. That's danger. All right, so thank you so much, Jim. He's probably going to settle in for a little bit with his back turned. All right. Now, the bobcat and the lynx look so similar. Most bobcats, she is a southern bobcat. The northern bobcats have more of a coat like Logan. They pick up ground vibration and faint sound. So, being low to the ground, she doesn't need really tall ones. All right, they both have short tails. Bobcat, bobtail. Why, when every cat out there needs a long tail for balance, do these little cats have such short tails? Well, it has to do where they live. They travel through a lot of dense brush thickets and briars, so being low to the ground, if they had a long tail, it would only get caught up or tangled up in the brush and the briar. So nature, being so amazing, gave them just enough tail for balance, not too much to get caught up in the brush. You'll notice also they both have big white spots in the middle of the back of their ears. All right, so you combine the white spots with the tufts of hair. These ears are extremely important for protecting this little cat from the back. All right, so we'll give you an example. You coming up? Oh, that was my hand. Don't be so grabby. Now, oh, I don't think I mentioned what happens when you turn her loose in the wild. You know, you can pretty much figure it out. She's acclimated to people. Bad thing right there. She has no nails. Ours have their nails. We don't believe in declawing a cat. You'll see she'll pull my arm right over. They don't have any nails. How will they hunt, defend themselves, or climb a tree to escape? And again, so important, no skills. So again, we do not want anything like this as a pet. Just want to help yourself. She says the mice are in the way. We feed a very natural diet here. So I do have a mouse for this little boy. When I see he starts to walk away, I'll give him his mouse. So look away if it bothers you. I have to say it bothers me. I love all animals, and I feel so bad for these little guys. I can't even look at them. All right, so you want another one? Yeah, okay. She won't eat it. You want it? That's a real mouse. It's a real mouse, yes. It was frozen. He gave up his life for our little guys. We did not freeze them. Oh, I couldn't even imagine. You want your mouse? Okay, so look at him. He's just like, nope, I'm just going to sit here with my back turned. All right, so the reason she will not eat a mouse, she needs them. They have so many, here those nails, so many good things for her. She likes her mice cut up in little tiny pieces. Yeah. So don't tell me I don't love my little bobcat, even though she loves Jim more. I'm the one that cuts her mice up in little tiny pieces when they're thawed. It's not very pleasant. But she's got to have a proper diet. Little Friskies is not going to do it with these guys. Why would the lynx have more babies? Well, it's a balance. You're just going to leave that mouse? You don't want it? We look forward to it. We get so excited. Her babies are now to her another adult bobcat trying to move in on her territory. So again, once you're out, you're done. All right, the diet is the same. Spring, summer, fall. They eat rodents, they eat small ground animals, and they fish in the wild. All right, now, wherever you find the bobcat, you are going to have poisonous snakes. So bobcats will eat reptiles, snakes, lizards, and frogs. But back to the poisonous snakes. They also eat rattlesnakes. If you ever look it up, you can see videos out there showing bobcats challenging rattlesnakes to a battle. Because bobcats will not only kill rattlesnakes for food, they kill them for fun. Just to prove they can. All right, these little guys have been known to challenge a rattlesnake. Kill it, leave it lying on the ground, kick a little dirt over its body for added insult, and walk away. As if to say, I really don't want to eat you today. I'm not hungry. I just have to prove to you I can kill you before you kill me. Very brave, very tough. Don't you think just a little crazy? There are videos out there.
Very human.
Right. So guys, we got to remember, you got your egg? You gonna eat that thing? Raw egg. So it eventually affects us humans. In order to keep ourselves alive and well and healthy, we have to protect our environment. How do you protect our environment? Protect our wildlife. Who protects nature? It's a trickle-down effect. A cross fox is when a red fox mates with a gray fox. The babies look like a red fox, but there is a very distinct thing on a red fox that a cross fox does not have. I'll tell you what it is in a second. So I will tell you, Ella is a red fox. So what do you think Jasper is? It's a red fox.
Red?
Come on, clearly you can tell.
Red fox?
Look at his tail. Oh, he's a cross. Look at the tail. The only fox that has the white tip on the end of the tail is a red. Hands down. Here's a mouse. Look away if it bothers you. Okay, so he might go bury it. I'm going to try to get her out real quick. Ella, you want your mouse? Ella. Okay. Put your egg. Hurry up. Ella. Ella, look here. Here's your egg. Jasper. Here's your egg, Jasper, right there. That's a raw egg. Watch how gentle. You got it? Okay, don't break it. Hey, Ella, come here. Here. Ella, right there. Come get it. She's thinking about it.
She's like, oh no, kids? Nah, son. I see kids.
So before I tell you that, I just have two more quick things to tell you. The saying, sly like a fox. Let me explain why that is so true. Foxes have so many tricks up their sleeve. I do think my favorite is how they get rid of fleas. Now, in the wild, when this little boy is infested with fleas, he will find deep water. Then he will find a very long stick. He will hold the stick in his mouth so it's evenly balanced and wade out into the water. As he goes deeper, the fleas move higher, until finally he's so far out in the water, all the fleas are right here. What does he do now? He takes his nose, points it to the sky, dips the head under.
What did you think about the Lakota Wolf Preserve? Yeah? Is this something you could, see yourself doing eventually?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best part about this.
Well, I mean, I really like seeing the bobcat. I also like seeing the wolves howling.
Okay. This is the... I can't... It's so hard to do this from the opposite. I never really realized how hard it was to control the camera from the opposite direction. And... Anyway. This is super hard. We just left the preserve. We're walking. I look ridiculous right now because I'm holding a camera that's bigger than my head, like all the way out, arm's length. I'm barely in focus. And I don't know what I'm doing. that there's that scary house in the background again. Athena says that it's fenced off because it's private property. I say it's fenced off because this is the minimum distance that you can be away from that house before the spirits take over. Which one of us is right? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.